Hello everyone, welcome back to my data structure series. Today's lecture we are going to learn another important data structure called the queue. By the end of the lecture, you will understand what is a queue, the FIFO principle, few real-life examples, queue operations, and the basic implementation of queues using arrays in C. Let's move on. A queue is a linear data structure which follows the principle called FIFO, which stands for first in, first out. This means that the element that enters the queue first is the first element that's going to leave the queue. Unlike a stack where insertion and deletion happens at the same end, a queue performs insertion at one end and deletion at the other end. There are two important terminologies that you have to remember while studying queue. One is the front and the other one is the rear. The front always points to the first element and rear always points to the last element. Insertion happens at the rear end and deletion happens at the front end. Look at the example. The queue contains elements 10, 20, 30 and 40. Insertion happens at the rear end and deletion happens at the front end. The front always points to 10 here and the rear always points to 40 here. Fine. Let's move on and understand few classical examples of a queue. Look at these pictures. The first example shows people standing in a queue. Let it be ticket counters, supermarkets or banks. The first person who enters the line gets served first. The second example shows a printer printing multiple documents. If multiple documents are sent to a printer, the printer prints them one after the other in the order in which the documents are received. The third shows CPU scheduling. Several processes wait in a ready queue and the CPU executes them according to the scheduling policy, which is first in, first out, or first come, first serve. The basic queue concept is still widely used. All these examples follow one common rule, which is first in, first out, that is queue. So all these are classical examples of a queue. Yes, there are four important operations of a queue. Number one is enqueue. Enqueue stands for insertion. When you call enqueue, you add an element. Insertion always happens at the rear end. For example, if the queue contains 10, 20, 30, if you call enqueue of 40, 40 gets inserted at the rear end. So the queue becomes 10, 20, 30 and 40. Yes, let's move on and understand how actually enqueue is coded. First, you check whether the queue is full. If rear equals size minus 1, where size represents the maximum size of the queue, then the queue is full and you display queue overflow. Otherwise, if this is the first element, you initialize front to 0, next increment rear, and finally store the element in the queue of rear. Insertion is complete. Done. Moving on, the next important operation is dequeue. Dequeue is deletion, which removes an element. Deletion always happens from the front. For example, if the queue contains 10, 20, 30 and 40, you call the dequeue function, 10 will be removed, deleted from the queue. Now the queue will contain 20, 30 and 40. Done? Yes. Now let's understand deletion through a simple code. First, you check whether the queue is empty. If the queue is empty, display queue underflow. Otherwise, print the deleted element. Increment front. If front crosses rear, that is if front is greater than rear, that means the queue has become empty. So reset both front and rear to -1. How do you check whether the queue is underflowing? The condition is if front is equal to -1 or front is greater than rear, it means queue underflow. Done. The next important operation is peek, which is very simple. Peek only returns a front element. It does not remove it. For example, if the queue contains elements 20, 30 and 40, you call peek. The output will be 20. Peek simply returns 20. The queue remains exactly the same. Look at the code. You just check if front is equal to -1, which means queue is empty, else you are printing the front element. Done? Yes. The next important operation is display, which is printing all elements of the queue. Starting from the front, you traverse until rare. Print one element after the other. If the queue is empty, simply display queue is empty. That's what is being done in the code. Done? Yes. So there should be a question. How should I represent a queue in C? To implement a queue using arrays, you first define its size. Here the size is 5. Then you declare an array named queue. Next, declare two integer variables front and rear. Initially, set both front and rear to -1, which indicates the queue is empty. Yes? Done. So key takeaways so far will be here queue stores the elements, front points to the first element, rear points to the last element. Initially, both are -1 because the queue is empty. Fine. There are two important conditions that you have to keep in mind while implementing queue. The two important conditions are: number 1, queue empty. When front equals -1, there are no elements in the queue. It means there are no elements, so the queue is empty. The second is queue full. When rear reaches size -1, no more insertions are possible since the array size is fixed. These two conditions should always be checked before performing queue operations. Fine? Right. Let us walk through an example. Let's understand the complete flow now. Initially, front and rear will be -1, which means the queue is empty. Now I insert 10. Both front and rear becomes 0. Next, I insert 20. Fine, rear becomes 1. Front remains the same. Next, insert 30. Fine, rear becomes 2. Front remains the same. Done? Yes. So far insertion was performed. Now I call upon DQ. The element 10 is removed. Front becomes 1. So now I'm performing removal, deletion. This clearly demonstrates the FIFO principle. The first inserted element is the element that is going to leave the queue first. Done? Yes. So NQ, DQ, peek and display are 4 important operations of a queue. NQ adds an element to the rear of the queue, DQ removes an element from the front of the queue, peek returns the front element without removing it, and display displays all the elements of the queue. There are two important conditions to be checked before you implement queue operations, that is empty condition and full condition. So that's all about the queue data structure. Today we have learned what is a queue, the FIFO principle, front and rear pointers, queue operations, and very basic C implementation using arrays, and the two important queue conditions. In the next lecture, we will solve queue programs and numerical examples in C. Thank you. Happy learning.